Then what we have is increasing and decreasing indent. As you can see right now, it is one cell only. So this indenting defines that from the margin, like whenever you type, it starts from the particular alignment or particular margin. So from that margin, on how much distance, like after what spacing do you want your data to appear. So indent basically gives spacing between the margin and your content. Then we have something called as wrap text. So as you can see here, these text here, and all these texts are going out from the cell's boundary or cell's box. So what you can do, here we have two options. We can either adjust the size of the cell, that is increase the size of the cell, or we can adjust the text within that cell. So for that we have an option called wrapping the text. It wraps the text in whatever area is available. So for an example, let's say I click on this and apply wrap text. You will see whatever the text that was going out has now been shifted to the bottom. So if we select all this and apply the wrap text, you will see that all the data which was going out will be now adjusted within the same cell. And what happens here is that your raw height, it increases to adjust the text. As you can see, the column width remains as it is, but your raw height increases. If you do not want to do it, then what simply you can do is adjust the size of the row and column, which can be done in this way. Do you see this lines between each heading? So you have to go and place your mouse pointer on that particular line. The moment you go on that line, you will see this kind of arrow, which is a straight line, and then arrow going up to two sides. So you have to click on it, and then you can move your column to whichever width you want, like this or like this. You can also adjust raw in the same way. You have to simply select between the two rows and move it. If you want to change row height or column width of multiple columns or multiple rows together, then what you will do is select those rows and then move it. So same kind of height will be applied on all the rows. And second option, like one more way in which you can do is by simply selecting the rows as we did earlier and then right clicking on it, and you will see an option called raw height, in which you can give a number, see the change and apply it accordingly. Like as you can see, this is very small, so we will give something bigger like this. Same way you can also go on column, right click on it, and you will see column width, from where you can change the width of the column. You can change the width and height anytime, but please keep in mind that it has to be something standard and you do not change it for each and every data that you type in. Now let's say, as you can see, column C is really wide. It is more than what is required. So if you want columns to fit it automatically based on the space or based on the space that your data or content will require, then you can simply use something called as auto fit. Now how auto fit works is, you will again go to the same pointer, the same line, and simply double click on it. The moment you double click on it, your width of the column or height of the row will be adjusted to the size that will be required for that particular data, and it will put it exact, nothing less, nothing more. Same way, column B, column A, or even rows. So this is the auto fit, and let's say I increase and make everything out of shape, and you do not have time to go to each row and column individually to make it auto fit, what you can do is you can simply select this area, which you can see is between the column A and row heading 1. This tiny little triangle that you see, click on it. This triangle is used to select the entire worksheet that you're working on right now. So when you select on this, go to any particular heading. Let's say this. Go to any particular line between the two column headings and simply double click on it, and all your column will be adjusted based on the data, and then go to any row and double click on the line, and all the rows will be also auto fit. So this is how you can either wrap the text or increase or decrease size of the rows and columns.